Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Bragg here.
Hey.
And Ben from NolanTCG.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He has our mat.
So how'd you go in the OTS Asian English Championship? Oh my god, we should play that.
I took home the map.
We should find these tournaments and go and play them. Imagine if we're also banned from Asian English tournaments.
Imagine.
I like that mat. It's nice and shiny.
It's a great map.
Depending on how this is cut, you may have seen a guest appearance.
Oh, also, yeah, on the audio version, we are looking at Ben's Turbulence map.
Yes.
Gifted to me by the Wee Curty.
Yeah, and the story behind that is also hilarious because you went to message the guy to buy it. He said it was already sold, but
Turns out it
unbeknownst
was
to you,
sold to Kurt, who was buying it for me.
Kurt being a little cutie. How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with Ben.
My week in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Do you remember Tuesday? You always forget Tuesday. You need to start making notes.
I've been playing
round.
joke decks.
Yeah.
I played Nemesis Thunder Dragon, which was cute. It was fine. It's actually a pretty funny deck. Like, you're just trying to end on, like, Appaloosa, one of the Nemesises, and Colossus. Or you can just end on both Nemesis. Which is pretty cute. Like, by all means, it's a fun deck. Hard loses to Jake playing Horus, because the Nemesis only look out one kind of the Horus. Doesn't stop the other four.
Or Light and Darkness Dragon, in fact.
No. So yeah, that didn't work fantastically well. Also, the part where I read my cards was also the part that I probably should have done beforehand. But I built the deck in 45 minutes. So, you know, it's fine.
Imagine what you could do with an hour.
Yeah, I was like, conceptually, all these cards go together. I'll make this work. Yeah, that was fine. Today I played Ashen. It was sad. The deck just doesn't do enough. Like, it's... Yeah.
So wait till December when we see what the OCG gets and see how it goes.
Like...
What could it get? What would you want? What did you find yourself missing?
A disruption.
Yeah.
Like, just a monster that summons from deck that's a disruption.
Yeah.
Like, you have Hero of the Ashen City, but, like...
Yeah.
It's not good enough. No. Like, the fact that Spearman is not a quick effect is really bad. Like, why would I want to bounce one of my opponent's cards on my turn?
TCG exclusives can't be too powerful anymore.
I, like, set up my full combo to be like, okay, cool, then I'll do this, get the field spell, pop it, yep, off I go, summon this, and then I started searching my deck for Spearman, and I read Spearman, and I was like, this isn't a quick effect. This doesn't actually do what I want this to do right now.
Wait, when did you read it?
As I was searching my deck to summon it, I was like, okay, here we go. Time to summon the Spearman. Oh, Spearman's not a quick effect? This sucks. But yeah. I lost to Logan because he stole me for time.
No, I didn't. I beat you 2-0.
No.
He beat me 2-0.
As in...
You lost because you didn't read your card you drew in the end phase.
Yeah, and then I used it in game 2, but there was 30 seconds left because your turn took half an hour.
Did you use Cosmic Cyclone again?
No. He attacked me for like 3,000 and then went past, and I was like, okay, set up my little board, end phase, draw, the quick play, put the field spell down. On his turn, he does an effect in the main phase. I neutralize monsters, neutralize spells and traps, and then
the time
goes off. And I'm like...
Man lost because he didn't read his cards.
If only you had... Imagine what you could have done with an hour.
Yeah. I could have watched Logan play for longer.
You could have lost. You could have still lost to work, yeah. No apologies.
It does bring a question to mind in when will we get a Danger or a Spiral TCG exclusive archetype again? Because they've had miss after miss after miss of late, and I feel like they're about due for a banger.
It seems intentional that it's miss after miss after miss lately. It seems as though they're like, we've got a really cool idea. I didn't say good idea. I said cool idea.
And the thing is, with Ashen, they hyped it up so much as well, because like all the Snake Eyes broken stuff was starting to come out, and they're like, oh, the TCG archetype is Pyro, so make sure you get those bonfires.
Ashen is a top 50% of TCG released archetypes exclusives.
Oh yeah, because the rest of it includes Warrock.
It's the best one they've released
Dream Mirror
in a while.
Yeah, look, if I understood Dream Mirror, I would give it a crack, but I honestly have no idea what's happening. The fusion seems really good.
Both need field spells.
Classic Jake.
Somehow I feel as though they designed Ashen to beat the other TCG exclusive archetypes that aren't Burning Abyss.
Maybe that's what it is. They've just locked, let's call him Steve, for argument's sake, in a room, and he's only allowed to test the TCG archetypes of stuff he's already made.
He's like, this beats all of them. All of those decks that I made have mandatory field spells. Off we go.
Yep, B-Trooper has a field spell. Dream Mirror has multiple field spells.
Yes. Well, game 1, round 1, I drew my hand today and knew it was going to be a bad day. When I opened fucking Order of Chaos, or the Chaos field spell.
Gateway.
Perfect.
Gateway and Set Rotation and Chicken Game, and was like,
That's all my field spells.
that's all of them. Yep. Can't resolve this anymore. Good times.
Shit.
Then I put Chicken Game face up, effect draw a card, and then hoped my opponent didn't realize how to out it.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, like the newbies may not understand, but I don't think we really had any newbies in today. Like Kurt wasn't there, Lucas wasn't there.
Chad played his whole combo and still didn't out it, and I was like, we could have a chance here. And then he was like about to go battle phase, and he was like, oh wait, Chicken Game, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool game. Good game.
Bragg, how was your week?
So I wasn't on last week's because I had to go to Blacktown after Penrith States.
That's a lie. You had to go to the zoo.
Yeah, in Blacktown.
Is that where it is? I thought you went to the one on the harbour.
No.
He didn't go to the good one.
It's not. Taronga's a bit.
Yeah, but at least you get the real prison vibes at Taronga.
Sydney Zoo at night times are actually fantastic because there is no sun, so therefore you are not hot. Don't see any animals though, but there's light installations and all that stuff. Anyway, the tournament, I went terribly. Well, I paired it up against, first round I paired against Rika, Plant, Spam, and they came, I don't think they made it through in Top Cut, but they definitely topped
There was
the
a
Swiss.
Rika.
Oh no, yeah, it was him.
Yeah, so there was a Rika pile in.
But I don't know how he went in the end game. So I was like, oh, yeah, of course. And then had a cash matchup where I just got shifted both games.
It happens.
And
Well, it didn't happen to me all Sunday.
Oh,
which
and
was one of the few bits of respite I had.
I drew all the patchwork engine at one point too. And made the mistake of, I'm just going to poke with chain. And I'm already sitting on one patchwork that I couldn't use because I had two polys in my hand. And I had the chain as well. I'm like, probably should search the other patchwork just in case. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Next draw, patchwork. And it's like, all right.
Yeah.
And that was already under shifter too. So it's like, cool. So it was a terrible showing. I don't know really. The deck could probably be more consistent. I've always been iffy on the patchwork engine. This is for Chimera Illusion. We'll see how we go. Did you bring Melodious back? Mm-hmm. Cool. I'll go put the Melodious back in. Or do I?
Or do you?
We'll see. We'll see what I do next week.
I personally think you shouldn't.
I wonder why.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And then been playing the Limit 1 Festival. I almost like Highlander Snake Eyes.
I hate it. Because it's just.
I always have everything.
Because it's all one card starters.
Instead of going, I don't know what to cut, and like in current format, I'm almost tempted to play a Highlander version eventually. Because
I have played like that plus Horus plus Kashtira.
Yep. The Horus is
At one point, I was like, "This is just better if I go second."
Maybe going second, play some more second cards because I've got going second with evenly and stuff.
The amount of times like I got disrupted going first was just like, I pass. Disrupted my opponent back, and then they just passed to me, and I was like, "This is game." Yeah. Also, the amount of times I lost die roll and was like, "Oh, I don't care. I'm winning this."
Yeah, I'm almost tempted to give it a go. Hey, Konami, you want to start limiting cards so I can justify it?
Limit
Please.
everything.
Yeah, honestly, limit all Snake Eyes and Cash. And then we can play the best version of the deck. Almost. I don't know. You probably... Actually, well, no. With Snake Eyes Diable style, you wouldn't have a problem. Like, missing the second snake is pretty annoying. But you don't need it anymore. Yes, do that. Limit everything.
Yeah, that has been my biggest frustration in the Limit 1 Festival. Is just like, Cash Tier is basically a one-card thing.
These are already limited anyway. Cool.
Snake Eyes, very much one card, and they have multiple one-card starters. Meanwhile, me with my Orcust, Bestial, Tier Element, Horus pile, I'm clamoring.
Just play Snake as well.
I don't want to play Snake. Snake is boring. I see enough of Snake in the normal format. Fuck it off.
Snake is fun to play.
Nah, put it in the bin. It's actually the most boring shit.
No.
Yep.
No.
Do you know what it is?
I get it's boring to play. Have
No,
you
no.
played it? Have you played the deck?
Yeah, I have.
When?
When I got it on Master Duel.
No, physical cards.
No, not paying $1,000 for that shit. Fuck off.
It's fun.
It's not.
It actually is really fun.
Do you know what it is? It's just Cyburst less Cyburst.
Yeah.
Disrupt as much as you can on your turn, make a big thing and attack for game.
Sounds fun.
Ah, it doesn't
no,
quite
you-
work
no,
like
no,
that.
no.
You make 3 big things.
How about your week?
It's very boring. My week. So, yeah, as stated before, last Sunday was terrible. So I've entered my Floodgate era and I'm playing Horus Stun. Has been performing quite well, despite it being still a pretty janky list. I'm still missing several things that I realistically should have. But one on Tuesday, because I opened Light and Darkness Dragon and Floodgates in several matchups. It was very fun. And then today went X1. I lost because I opened all level 8s that didn't do anything. Literally double Gam Seal, one of the bad Horuses, and Lava Golem.
You keep going.
I'm just wondering why you...
Why isn't Light and Darkness Dragon in this set?
True.
What sets are from?
Wait, the original?
Yeah.
Like, oh. Yeah. I'll shut up.
And then in Master Duel, as stated, I've completed as much of the Limit 1 Festival as I want to do because I got all the gems. Now I'm on to the Fusion and Link Festival, for which I am playing... I wanted to just go in with Branded because I was like, this would just be simple. They banned Branded Fusion. So instead, I went in with Despia Dark Lord. Main reason why, you summon the first
I am
of the Dark
shocked
Lord.
at your deck choice.
I know, it's so left field. The main reason I'm playing is because it has fusions and links, obviously. And then if you make First of the Dark Lord with Morningstar, it blows up the board and it can't be targeted.
That's exactly what Ashen does. It blows up the board and
It's
can't
what,
be
it's
targeted.
what Ashen tries to do.
What kind of combos?
But yeah, that's been, well, bad. It's not good. I'm playing too many Dark Lord cards, I feel.
How many?
Too
Two?
many. No, that's more than that, unfortunately.
Surely you're playing the consistency Dark Lords.
Well, yeah, so it's like it's 3 of the Searcher, I think 2 of the Reborn, and then 1 of the Negate, 1 of the Destroy, 1 of the Steal.
No draw?
Well, Ixchil is the draw.
Yeah.
I'm playing 3 Ixchil.
This just sounds like Sky Striker.
Why are you playing Sky Striker?
Sky Striker.
They're
board.
links.
You just listed 6 cards that sound like Sky Striker cards.
Yeah,
Except-
but they're interesting because they're Dark Lords.
Well, some people like. Nah, let's not go there. Yet.
But yeah, I've also
Soon.
done that as far as I want to do because I've also got all the gems.
Okay.
Just quickly, there isn't a lot of news to talk about if you haven't noticed by me bringing up random subjects and talking random shit. But starting with Master Duel, quick update to some news as of last week. We talked about the tactical Tridex being released to Master Duel first. Initially, I thought they were going to be in like a like the tactical tribe thing, like side event kind of thing. But what they actually are is that you can rent them for ladder, or you can, yeah, it's terrible. You wouldn't do that. Or you can use them in solo mode. So rather
Rent
than
them
doing,
in ladder, sorry. Rent them in ladder.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pay gems.
No,
Well, it's borrowing then, isn't it?
yeah.
Renters rise up.
So-
Oh my god! Imagine if it was like 25 gems to rent this.
That's what I thought.
No. Well, the whole idea is to get the OCG to play with it and then go, oh yeah, this is kind of cool, I'll buy it. So it'd be kind of rough to be like, yeah, we'll take 20 of yours.
You still need to put two of them together for it to be competent.
In Master Duel, it's literally fine.
I didn't realize people had troubles crafting anything they wanted in Master Duel.
Yeah.
Well, when you're talking about like Evil Twin, especially, like there's a lot of ultras in
Oh,
that.
true.
And then when you add in the sprite cards, there's a lot of those.
Sucks that you just can't buy them.
Yeah. So yeah, in the solo modes, as opposed to doing a storyline thing, it's more like you get the tri-duel, which shows you like the basic mechanics, and then you get another duel in which you're just like free versing with the deck.
Yeah.
The reward for which is an icon for each deck. So one for Cyber Dragon, one for Evil Twin, and one for Eldritch.
Another Eldritch one. Do we already have an Eldritch?
Yes.
But imagine it's different art then.
I would think so.
It's
I don't
all
know
just
which
a
one.
close-up shot of Lord's face. Like,
Yeah. True. It's just is
and
it tilted
is
or
he
not?
like this or is he
Or
like
this?
this?
Yeah, that's where Master Duel is at the moment. So moving on to some other news, of which, as mentioned before, there is not a lot. So we got a new card announced for the ABC XYZ cards that we talked about last week. This card is awful. So it's called A to Z Energy Load. So when your opponent activates a card or effect, draw cards equal to the number of level 8 or higher light machine fusion monsters you control. During your standby phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, shuffle up to 6 of your banished light machine monsters into the deck, including a union monster. You're shuffling 6 back and they can't give you a draw?
No. It's because the Ojamas shuffle 3 back and give you 1 draw.
Oh, yes, the
It's the
Ojamas.
better way to play the Union monsters.
True.
I mean, compared to this, I would have to argue yes. It's... Why have they gone so far out of their way to make this, like, support bad?
And this was the last card of that. We won't be getting any more support for ABC from the rest of.
Oh, that's
that pack.
it for the Duelist
Yeah,
of Light
it's
pack?
15. Yeah, I think it's that many. 8 new cards. I think it is.
Did they at least release a fusion that has ABC, XYZ listed as the materials?
No.
Damn, so you can't even...
Had one job.
Yeah.
That's bad. But into better news for not most people, the Asian English region is getting a Salamangreat structure deck.
It's quite good.
It is very good. So it comes with obviously a lot of the good Salamangreat cards like Will.
It comes with all the Salamangreat cards.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, there's obviously some in there that you couldn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Like the card that I saw before, Salamangreat Claw, that I've never heard of before.
Yeah, it goes with the synchro or the ritual, I think.
I'll take your word
Claw
for it.
might be the ritual spell.
Um,
Or it's the equip for the ritual.
they get Crossout and Cyanide Mining as some generic cards.
Fine cards? Good cards?
Lady Debug as well. Formud Skipper.
Was relevant at one point.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing it like literally as like a Highlander out of the box thing, that's not bad.
Just buy a couple. Lots for the races.
And then they get one of each of the extra deck cards, which is obviously a problem in that particular deck. So in the Power Up pack, all the other cards are in there, but then they've also added the generic cards of Nightmare Phoenix, Kaiser Coliseum, Triple Tactics Thrust, and Red Reboot.
The Kaiser Coliseum made me go, I thought we were getting rid of this.
Their power up packs are so wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that. You've set up like the Link 4, the Pop 4, the Counter Trap, and then you're just like, oh, I'll just whack a sneaky Kaiser on there too.
You want to get rid of it? Lock yourself. Off you
Go for it. Ah, Jesus. That is regrettably where the news ends.
Really, I could swear we had something more this week. I mean,
I mean, I can take a quick cursory look, but I don't remember there being anything else to really chat about.
Lightning Storm.
Also,
That
if you are a news Yu-Gi-Oh junkie like me, the OCG Twitter, I've now turned notifications on. And therefore, I now know when those drop. Which, they don't really upload non-news stuff on there.
Jake out here searching for news.
I'm looking. I can't see anything.
It's fine.
There was a bunch of Rush Duel stuff this week. Oh, that's
Rush
that's
Duel
probably
ban
why.
list?
No, that wasn't Rush Duel ban list. It was they're getting contact fusions in Rush Duels as well as Flare Wingman.
Okay.
No, Flame Wingman. Wasn't there shark cards, or did you talk about them last week?
We brought them up in the podcast speedrun.
Ah, yes.
Not much news.
Yeah, and they were poo. And yeah, you talked about the Allure stuff, I remember. She was in... I was surprised you didn't remember the Allure Queen, because she was in Vrains.
She was in vain. She was played by one of the robots, right?
I didn't pay enough attention.
Yeah, because she was a Bakura card way back when, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just randomly just repurposed it. And the cards suck. They are relinquished, but bad.
Yeah, because it's like the whole premise of them, I think, is to take monsters that have like a certain amount of attack or lower than the Allure Queens, and then the whole point of the link is to buff them up so that they can take more stuff, I think is the idea. But yeah, I care not to read them enough to understand.
Or just give me more relinquished, please and thank you.
Yeah, we are about due for some Pegasus support.
Well, not if they're giving Allure Queen support. It's the same gimmick, unless they give... I don't know what other gimmick you can't give. Isn't it weird that we have the sucky effect either given to
Please don't explain
monster,
it like that.
a walking fleshlight, or a woman?
I'm going to leave that alone. Moving on to some questions, if you weren't aware, we
Relinquish
have...
doesn't really walk, though. He's got more of a spinning top base.
If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord link.
Literal
will be
definition of a gay blade.
in the No, I'm not going to get involved. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Our first one this week comes to us from who I believe is a new listener.
New
Luanor?
question asker, huh?
Who?
Luanor.
Let me just see this name.
Yeah, we can't trust Jake with the first pass of names.
Lenore is fine. Hi, Lenore.
Wait, no, is that's a horror movie reference, isn't it? The one with
It's the Raven. Yeah.
oh, Eleanor is what I was thinking of.
Oh, I thought you were being an Edgar Allan Poe.
No, I get that too. Anyway, Lenore asks, what are some of the new players at your locals, or who are some of the new local people at your locals, and what are they playing?
Is that Lenore?
Yeah,
Are
that's-
you a new player at our locals? Is this a bait question? Huh?
Oh, is their name not Will Shifter You?
No.
Oh, yeah. In other Discords, they call themselves Will Shift You.
This is Lucas.
Lucas Alt.
Or my opponent on table 64.
Recently, we haven't had that much influx of players. I think the most recent person was the Vanquish Soul person, who was also dropping Shifter a lot. Is this you? Are you the
this
Vanquish
you?
Soul Shifter person?
I think it is.
Yeah, haven't really had a new influx of new players. We've had a person coming back and playing the same shit they were playing when they were here last, but not new.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I also just don't know the avenue of how new players get into the game at the moment. Like, you almost have to stumble into some bait on TikTok.
I saw a YouTube video that was like why Yu-Gi-Oh has a new players problem, and then like had a Tactical Trideck like getting destroyed, and I was like, what? This is the very reason why there should be new players in the game. We should get Tactical Tridecks.
Yeah.
But they won't do it.
But the end is Master Duel. That's the reason you don't.
Yeah, that's the current funnel they're working on. But when you start playing Master Duel and like the economy's working for you, you then look at the TCG and how much money you have to spend to get into it. You're like, nope.
Yeah. We have had a couple of like random people coming on Sundays recently though that are like, I play Master Duel and now I decided to play. So okay.
And then they got shifted and impermed and drolled, and they're like, I don't want to play anymore.
That's also must. I'm playing this because there's no Max E.
Oh yeah, that fucking Next question is from Ragai. How long did it take you to win your first locals?
When I came back,
Sure.
took a year. Not even that. No. Yeah, about a year. I'd say a year.
I'd argue mine was probably longer. Like, if I won in between that, it was like pure luck sack. I was playing some fucking jank when I first came in.
Oh, well, starting to play regular locals, probably about 6 months, but that was fortnightly locals.
Oh, God.
We'll say a year. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think we brought this up before, but again, padding. What was the first deck you played when you first started going to regular locals?
Frogs. Yeah, by that time I moved on to Frogs. I took Machine and Gadget to that first Nationals I went to, and then switched to Frogs. And then Scraps.
I think you've also brought this up, but I can't remember.
The actual first deck or when I started trying?
Actual first deck.
Oh, it was like literally the Yugi starter deck.
Okay.
I got back into playing the game because they released that Yugi starter deck 3-pack.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I was like, oh, yeah, I'll buy this.
But which of the 3 Yugi decks did you play?
The Season 1 one.
Oh, so like Exodia, Vanillas.
Yeah. I got 2 locals and they were like, what agree is illegal? And I was like, I'll put another card from another one of these decks in there. Sure.
We used to
Set
do
Big Shield Gardener. Pass.
We used to do the Yugi deck versus Yugi deck a fair bit. It was pretty fun.
They have them sitting in a binder. I have them by deck list sitting in a binder. Just chilling there.
They go alright. Like the second one versus that final one was the better matchup, but obviously because the other one has some real pieces of trash in there.
Like,
No offense to Beaver Warrior.
the moon.
Yeah.
You never played the moon. It was just there.
My first one when I started going to locals regularly was Agents.
I always remember you as Ghost Tricks.
No, that's when I guess you could say I moved to level 1 as opposed to level 0.
Yeah.
And I was playing Ghost Trick Skeleton Mill.
Look, it was a pain in the arse, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, they're trapstone targets, so he would summon these Cosmos ships and I'd just flip them.
It was like, ugh.
I went from Yugi starter deck to Pepe.
It's a big jump.
Yeah.
God, Pepe.
I was just like, what the fuck are these pendulum cards? These are busted.
I resisted
I
pendulums
will buy
for
the
so
most
long.
expensive one.
God, Pepe was so good.
I bought my Pensorks for like
Down by 50.
40
Second
bucks
one.
each, I think. 40 or 50. And then they got announced for the reprint and they make it 10 like 2 weeks later. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, so my
feelings.
progression was Agents, Ghost Tricks, then Gradles, then Mermail, OTK.
No mail.
No.
Next question is from 6R6. What is your ultimate comfort food?
Oh, yeah, I remember
talk
this.
today. Jesus.
Nachos, probably.
It's a burger from Chico's, but they closed it down. They closed my boy. How can you bring this up?
In fairness, Chico's is still open.
I will deliver it.
It's not the same. The burger gets sweaty.
Yeah.
It loses
Well,
some flavor.
if you go out there, you can eat it fresh.
But that's out there.
You can't really eat around
It's
there
out
now.
there, Jake.
They've
It's not
taken
right
all
there.
Yeah, no, you just drive into the caravan park.
Yeah, true.
It went from being across the road to a 15-minute drive away.
It's not really
bullshit.
across the road, and you had to walk there.
Have you
I
had
can see it from my bedroom window.
Not no more.
This won't be a poll. Oh, I've got to get the poll result up. But have you ever had
I
a
believe
locals or a food joint that you really enjoyed close down and move away?
But not
Notice-
closed down because they were quiet or bad.
Yeah.
Closed down because the property values where we live are so astronomically expensive that they were like, you're telling me that I can be filthy fucking rich if I sell my shop? Okay. I blame
Helpful
Jake.
hint. I didn't sell it.
True.
would've.
You're involved in the inflation of property in this economy.
I'm not involved.
I
So
think
is that motherfucker sitting right there.
Am I involved? I don't work with them.
Look, this is what
We're all making-
this is what the Liberals want you to think.
Oh,
In-
jeez.
It's the real estate agent's fault.
No,
it's also the Liberals' fault.
No, yeah, it's the Liberal government's fault. I shouldn't say Liberals. That gives the wrong context.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that we don't have enough supply to fit the demand. So
No.
us selling it has
there's
nothing
enough
to do with
supply
it.
to meet the demand.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, no, there's definitely enough
supply,
supply.
I'm saying.
The issue is that old people own 7 houses and go, how am I meant to afford my retirement? I can't get the pension.
True.
Oh no.
My problem.
Put it in
What
our
am I
house.
gonna do?
No, buy another house.
Yeah.
What we need is a pandemic that
Another one.
specifically targets old people, just like the last one,
Do you mean the flu?
except
This
I don't
time,
know.
we
This
don't.
time it needs to work and we need to care less.
This time we need to not sacrifice locals. I can't believe. Us.
Look, there was a brief time. Like I look back on parts of that time, like specifically remote locals, with a level of fondness.
Incorrect.
No, there was something like for what we had, it was okay. I didn't want to do it for much longer, but it was.
Oh
fun.
yeah,
It was around for exactly slightly too long than what we wanted it to be.
exactly. Slightly too.
No, like 2 weeks before we went back, we were like, this is fucking dumb.
Actually, yeah, I think I remember the numbers being like super down
Yeah.
towards
we
those
were having
last couple
like
of weeks.
16 every remote locals, and then at the very end it was like,
Who wants to play Among Us?
we've got yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Even that was getting old. Oh my god.
That got old immediately.
Oh, I didn't mind it.
See, no, it's no.
I remember
Games
that.
like that are not fun for me
Why?
because everyone targets me because they go, we can't trust him.
Well, be more trustworthy.
Games like that, Secret Hitler. Literally, I just can't play Secret Hitler because even if I'm a good guy or a bad guy, everyone goes, he's in the game for himself. If we listen to him, he'll win. And I'm like, well, yes. I know how to do this. Yeah.
So,
So-
because in your own words, you're good at the game and you get targeted for it, you then don't
No,
like
but
it.
I get targeted by the people who are on my team because they're too stupid to just listen to what I'm doing. And then I get targeted by the players on the other team because they're like, oh, these other guys are just throwing. Because, yeah, he's definitely not on our team.
You're clearly hurt by Josh.
Hurt by Josh?
That implies that Josh has any idea what he's doing in those games, which, newsflash, he doesn't.
Light and Darkness Dragon is not in Line of Destruction.
Oh, what's it in?
It was a promo card, and then in the power up pack, so it should have been in Ready Collection 2. Video coming to the channel.
Instead,
gonna
it'll
say-
be in Retro Pack 3.
Harry.
What was the question again? Oh, comfort food. So you said yours. Brag?
Oh, I already said nachos before we started.
Nachos. Mine is specifically ravioli carbonara.
I can do nachos for dinner tomorrow. Yeah.
Wait, what time's the game?
I don't know, I haven't checked.
Playing basketball with a belly full of nachos.
I think it's like 7:30, so I can do it after.
I was going to say, just eat after basketball.
The issue is when
Nah,
it's like 8:30 games.
I'm always like, yeah. I become a husk of a man. I
Wither away.
just take in water and just sit. Nacho.
To circle back to the
Carbonara's a good call, by the way.
I love carbonara. I made it last night with fettuccine. I didn't pick the pasta.
I made a delicious pizza last night and then didn't taste it.
Your,
Did you taste it on the way back up?
your pizza, straight out, hard carried me through so much alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's so doughy and like just because of the ingredients, it's so greasy. Generally, it is like perfect drinking food.
Yeah. Except, you know, you have to drink after you eat it.
Yeah, I drank heavily while making it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Even with his favourite knife. Well, no, his third favourite knife.
Yeah.
yeah. To circle back to your thing, favorite place that you had and then closed down, not because it was bad. We had on like the main strip back where I lived. There was a row of shops, and at the end there was always a fish and chip shop, but it like changed over heaps for whatever reason. And there was this one called Metzi's specifically, and they did like phenomenal chips, like excellent little chicken chippy / goujon type things. I get taken the piss out of no matter how I say it. If I say chippies, I get like people going.
I'm not
"They're
taking the
actually
piss.
called
I'm just having a giggle.
But-
Chicken chips is fun.
Yeah, they did like amazing food, and they were always busy. And then randomly they just closed down. I was like, oh, that's so disappointing. And to this day, it's still a fish and chip shop of some description.
Property market, man. Fucking property market.
Moving on to the next question.
It's like they demolish the place and they build apartments because they're like, we need to increase supply. The apartments there are like $2 million each.
Yeah, the oldies need to buy their 6th house.
Ah.
Next question is from Ragai. What's an event you'd like to resolve via Duel, like in the anime?
An event?
Well,
I want to duel the guy that sold fucking Chicos. He wouldn't stand a fucking chance. Nah, let's be real, I'd choke.
you'd take in Ashen with so much confidence and then brick again.
Oh, I never bricked at any point. Oh, I bricked the first hand.
I was going to say, you explained the fact that you
My
bricked.
rest of my hands were fantastic. I was going second in that game anyway, and yeah. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
I would like to resolve parking fines via Duel.
Let's go.
This is going to be just like 5Ds all over again.
What would a parking inspector
Parking
use as a
inspectors
tool?
roll around when they do this on.
Would it be like that full gate blocker and stuff?
Well, you think they duel to Archetype?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, they'd be playing FAs.
It's beat cop.
They'd be
from
playing
the world.
FAs.
They don't go that fast.
It's beat cop.
Yeah.
Then it's beat cop turbo. No, it's the beat cop fucking mystic mind control.
Well, thankfully that's banned, so I don't have to worry about that.
It's not banned in this universe.
Yes, it is.
Also,
It's very much this universe that's banned.
They make the laws.
Cosmic and MST in the main deck.
Can't use cosmic.
What do you mean you can't use Cosmic?
You're losing time.
There is no time.
You got the time on the fucking on before you
parking
get fined
meter.
again. Yeah. The parking meter.
No, but it's duel to, like,
Get out of the ticket?
get out of the ticket, which they've
so
already
you already
given
done
me.
it. Yeah, true. Oh, I thought you just wanted to fight them before they even
I mean,
start.
at this point, I still want to fight him. I make this, like,
Yeah,
really, I
yeah.
haven't got a parking fine in ages.
I was going to say, I've never heard you complain about getting a parking fine.
I've heard, like, I pretty much get one a year, because it's like we...
One a year?
Yeah, well, where we park for work, it's 2 hour timed but not metered. And, like, generally people are going out and checking the cars to see if they've been marked, because they, like, write on the tyres with chalk, and it, like, tells you when the car has to be moved. But there's, like, one day where the perfect environment works, that A, they've gone out, because they're not out all the time. B, the person's car hasn't been checked, and C, no one else is parked near them to check. So it's like every so often the perfect scenario comes up and someone cops a fine. I think the last one I got was actually for a weekend showing I was doing. I rocked up late because of traffic. I just whacked my car in a spot, like started setting up the house and whatever, and then I came out and there was a no parking zone, and it must be the owner that like sits out there with the fucking binoculars and it's like, oh my god. And like that one, because it was a no stopping zone specifically, was like $300.
I've never gotten a fine.
I've only been driving for 2 years, so no.
There's time
I
for you.
once parked on the grass at Oak Fletch train station before they expanded out the parking. And when I got there, there was a slip-on window, and I was like, fuck, I finally got a fine. I checked it, and it was like a thing being like, how bad that there's not enough parking spots here, but please don't park here.
We're sorry. It's like, good. Yeah.
We're sorry that the parking
Yeah,
lot
you
is
apologise for
completely
the-
full at 8:30 in the morning.
I don't want to park anywhere for longer than I have to. It's your fault.
Oh, it's more like there wasn't enough public...
Yeah.
So that everyone's like, use public transport. But there's not enough parking at the train station to use the public transport.
Yep.
It's a problem.
And not enough buses. God, I could have done with a bus last night.
Fucking property market.
We're back on that, anyway. And our last question comes to us from Bragio. How old were you when you realised the Millennium Eye is in the OCG logo?
33.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I remember seeing it there. I just wasn't like hyper fixated on it. But it's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
I'll be real, I noticed when I was like 7. Like when I first bought some fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards that had Japanese backs on them for some reason. They were Asian English. And I was like,
Is that what you used to win? Didn't you? Okay, well.
yes. Yeah, but I thought it was like, oh, there's the Millennium Eye on it. And then there was like this other trap card that existed. I think it's like the Eye of Truth or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, hey, cool.
And Serene Eye. Or
Yeah.
Serenity or whatever.
Serenity.
Serenity!
But that does conclude for this week. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are listening along, feel free to favourite. If you're watching, feel free to like and subscribe. Jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you all next week.